There has been renewed talk on reparations through social media, i.e., foundational Black Americans. What we have found is that these groups are arguing with Blacks from the Caribbean and Africans, instead of doing the work of reparations, which requires hard work and planning. Unfortunately, what these young people do not understand is that we do not have rights to our ancestors' estates, so the courts will dismiss our cases on our ancestors. Though the states, through Black codes, have prevented our people from forming trust and estates and organizations through Black codes, the courts will argue successfully we do not have rights to what happened to our ancestors. They don't know this. Further, we should be similarly situated as the Native Americans. The Native Americans have the following from the Marshall Treaty and subsequent cases. Ancestral rights and legal status. Native American ancestral rights to land and property are complex and continue to evolve. Trust land. Much of the remaining Native American land is held in trust by the federal government, with the beneficial interest remaining with the tribe or individual for. Sovereignty. Tribes are recognized as sovereign entities, but this sovereignty can only be diminished by Congress for. Land claims settlements. Some tribes have pursued land claims settlements through the U.S. Congress to reclaim or receive compensation for lost lands. 6. Land back movement. There is a growing movement among indigenous peoples demanding the return of ancestral lands and national sovereignty for each tribal nation. 1. Instead of arguing about who started hip-hop, we should be constructing case arguments on having rights to our ancestors' property and crimes against them. This is how I know that social media people are and miss the big picture. These foundational Black groups, as they are called, seem to be talking to their social media audience and not talking to the people actually working on the ongoing reparations movements in the United States. They believe they are doing the work by signal boasting reparations. They cannot be talking to litigants who are in court or going to court because there are no reparations cases pending except the Tulsa reparations case and the Malcolm X family court. I haven't heard any FBAs give a report, though ADOS have. The Tulsa case deserves unity from all Black Americans, but we are in the infighting or ignorance of what is really going on stage. They cannot be talking to lawmakers because Congress has not reintroduced a reparations bill. They cannot be talking to presidential candidates, certainly not Donald J. Trump. There are reparations movements in the cities and counties and some states. In this case, these people need your support, not any leadership from you. In these circumstances, unless you are a resident of the city, county, or state, you won't receive their versions of reparations. The FBA has identified individuals who talk against Black Americans but has not found an organization or lobby group of Black immigrants talking against reparations. People have freedom of speech as they do, and those seemingly talking against reparations are just people, not groups. Shake my head. The foundational Black Americans are talking, but they are not talking to the people involved, but to space. The best they can do for signal boosting is to identify where reparations is going on and simply report. What we can do is find, support, and report on cases like the Tulsa case and the Malcolm X case, and these cases do not require infighting between ethnic groups. What is hilarious is that New York City, with a large Caribbean population, just voted into law a reparations study. What is the answer to this on Tethers? These brave African Caribbeans in the city council did the right thing. In my opinion, people need to know what we are up against, and it will take a reparations fund of several $1,000,000 to do a suit well in federal court, and almost impossible hurdles. So there is more to do than just talk about it. We need to know the mechanics, where we stand now, and what are the options.